Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest is a very talented director whose latest film, Digging to Death, is the must-see. He joins us tonight to tell us all about it. Please help me welcome the talented Michael P. Blevins. Welcome to the show.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I know you're a busy man. I can see you on the road.
I'm embarrassed, but I wanted to be here. I wanted to talk to you.
Listen, we definitely appreciate you. So now you started filmmaking in Kansas City, Missouri when you were 17 years old. What was your inspiration? How did you get started?
It's funny. I was actually, I was trying to become a doctor, or at least that was the game plan when I was, in high school.
Yeah.
And I remember picking up a camera and, and made a project for Beowulf when I was in British literature class.
Okay.
And, man, I just fell in love with just how people watch movies, fell in love with storytelling. And it was just like, well, no, gotta pursue this.
You're hooked. So then you made a few films before moving to LA in 2012. What was it that made you decide that LA was where you need to be?
I always just thought, especially back then, that LA was kind of the hub. I guess it's still really, it is. It's good. And for me, it was good to learn here. Yeah. I'm still here. And, I just was like, I felt after the third film, I was flying people from LA to Kansas City. Oh, wow. And I was like, I just felt like it was the time. It just felt right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you make the move, you had no job, no contacts, no place really to live, as that was established. Right. What was that transition for you? How was that? And what did you do when you got there?
I landed here and I started working for a rental house.
Okay.
And was like, I just was throwing out my business card left and right, just saying, I'll work for free, whatever you need, I'll work for free. And got a little job as a PA, making $70 a day for 14-hour days. And kind of from there learned how to grip because somebody saw me holding sandbags. And I heard gripping paid more money than PAing. And then I heard that gaffing made more money than gripping. And
it was a grind.
Yeah, but I was able to kind of pursue my filmmaking dream a little differently. I built up a lighting company, because I heard that the guy with the trucks showing up on set made more money than really anything else. So I did that and saved up a bunch of truck rental money basically to pay for my first feature, because I'd found money for Digging to Death, but they wanted there was a bunch of strings attached, and I was like, I don't know. I wanted to be, be involved, be a part of it. So, so I basically had to fund my own movie.
What was the biggest thing you think prepared you for where you are today? Like, from doing the film work in Missouri to moving to LA with basically nothing. How did it all prepare you for what you're doing these days?
Honestly, I think just dealing with people. Yeah. Working with people from all over the world, working with people from different cultures and even different cultures within the United States. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone's different. There's different expectations. It's just really being flexible and malleable, and really, just getting to a point where how kind of people are going to behave, and ducking and dodging and finding ways to get past all that.
Right. Yeah.
It just takes doing it.
Right. Exactly. And what in your opinion makes a good director? Because you're dealing with a lot of personalities and you have to keep egos in check. What makes a good director in your opinion?
I think a good director is somebody that listens and that understands just kind of where people are coming from. Somebody that is like basically team oriented. They're not just there to, I don't know, they're not just there to make money, or they're not just there for what they want. They want the best of the best.
Yeah. Nice. Well, let's talk about Digging to Death. Now, you said you funded it yourself, and it's about a man who moves into a mysterious house and discovers a box buried in his backyard, and it's filled with $3 million and a fresh corpse. He hides the money in the house and to be stalked by the buried body. First of all, where? Because you wrote this, didn't you write this as well?
Yes, sir. I sure did.
Where did you come up with the concept?
Well, I was moving into that house. I actually live in that freaky house. Okay. And I was moving into that house, and I was like, I got to make a movie here. Got to do something in this space.
Yeah.
And so, just decided what could I write that was a bottle movie? What could I do that was, something in this spot? So I was just like, well, scary movies sell. Let's make a scary movie. So I wrote this random horror script, and then was like, well, I guess, money's enticing. Money makes people do kind of weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe. So it kind of just sort of stemmed from all of that. And, we just kind of cranked this out because we had the resources.
And what was that process? With this, I'm guessing was the first movie that you directed in LA.
Yes.
How was that process for you going to there?
It was really rough. I thought it was supposed to be this really life-changing moment.
Yeah.
And it honestly was life-changing, but I had all these high expectations that it was going to be bigger than it was, and it honestly just it kind of wrecked me, because I was like, oh my god, this should be way easier, and it was really challenging. And so I got to learn the hard way that the movie kind of makes itself.
Right. Yeah. Well, now you're doing your next film, The Devil Comes to Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
In post-production right now. Was this experience better or easier?
Oh, it was way better. It was way better. Getting to just sort of understand what kind of things are going to get thrown at us, and just sort of, know that the movie is going to make itself, and not to get stressed out over small things, and everything just sort of works out in the end. It ended up being a really cool and rewarding experience.
That's awesome.
And it was a lot of fun. I just got the trailer the other day from our trailer editor, and it is, I gotta say, man, it's so good. I'm so excited to show you guys.
What's the premise behind this one?
So it's basically like Taken, ex-mercenary dad, farmer disguise up in Iowa. His wife is killed and his daughter's kidnapped, and in Kansas City. So they, him and his friends, grab some guns, and they go down to KC. But there's also the story of Robert Johnson, who was the musician that sold his soul to the devil in exchange for blues talent. His descendant is a main character in the film. So we find out that he also has a power, but in exchange for his immortal soul too. So his goal is to break the spell kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he, sorry, I lost you there. So they kind of team up, and he thinks he doing a good deed will get his daughter back, or doing a good deed will get Randall, the descendant, his soul released from this bad deal, while doing also helping Paul get his daughter back, which helps with getting his soul released.
Nice. And when do you anticipate this coming out?
Hopefully 8-9 months from now. Hopefully.
Okay.
Could be a year.
In your opinion, how has streaming services, Amazon, Hulu, Netflix changed the game when it comes to film?
I mean, I think it spreads the pot pretty thin. So the big money game is kind of over, but the opportunity game is high.
Yeah.
You know, essentially anybody can make a movie.
Yeah.
And it gives people a platform to show off their work and their creativity, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, most definitely. You have anything? Well, obviously, I know this is the Devil Comes to Kansas City is probably has most of your focus right now. Anything coming down the pipeline outside of that?
I'm supposed to be producing a movie coming up called High Desert.
Okay.
And got some other things in the works, that can't really talk about right now, but
yeah.
But High Desert's going to be cool. That's the director of that's a good friend of mine, and he's pretty talented. So looking forward to that.
Awesome. A lot of great things coming down the woodwork, coming down the pipeline. Excuse me. What's the best way we can keep up with you and everything you have going on?
Instagram is really the best way for me. And my handle is @blevfilm_LA.
All right. Well, Michael P. Blevins, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Wish you continued success. And for more information, go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com, and we will be right back after this.
Thank you, Stephen.